You already know it is an absolute peak time to be a Spider-Man fan. Spider-Man Brand New Day just dropped and it is literally tearing up the global box office. It's breaking records. Fans are absolutely loving it. And honestly, the Spidey hype is as real as it gets right now. So with everyone catching that web-slinging fever all over again, there's literally no better time to step into the shoes of Peter Parker yourself right from your phone. So today we are counting down the top 10 best Spider-Man games you can play on Android in 2026. So do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button and let's swing right into it. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have the PSP version of Spider-Man 3. Now I will be real with you. The graphics might look a little blocky compared to what we are used to now, but the nostalgia factor is off the charts. Running this on the PPSSPP emulator lets you upscale the resolution, making it look way cleaner than it ever did on the original handheld. You get to swing around a bite-sized New York, beat up thugs, and best of all, play with the symbiote black suit. So if you want a quick, classic Spidey fix on the go, this one is a no-brainer. Coming in at number 9 is Spider-Man Age of Time, running on the Dolphin emulator. This game is super unique because it ditches the open world formula for a tight, story-driven experience where you play as both the amazing Spider-Man and Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099. The coolest part, the cause and effect gameplay. Stuff Peter does in the present actually changes Miguel's future in real time. So the combat is fast, flashy, and the story is genuinely one of the best in Spider gaming history. At number 8, we are throwing it back to Spider-Man 2 for the PSP. Look, I know everyone praising the legendary PS2 open world version, but this handheld version is a completely different beast. It's a more linear, level-based action game, but it brings that classic early 2000s movie vibe straight to your phone. The boss fights are surprisingly challenging, and the 3D level web swinging mechanics still feel super satisfying. Just crank up the graphics settings in PPSSPP, map your controls, and you are good to go.
Then, boom! The nut jobs show up.
Number 7 is Spider-Man Friend or Foe. Well, if you are tired of the usual formula and just want to turn your brain off and beat up some bad guys, this is the one. It's a classic beat 'em up with a super fun, cartoony art style. The massive hook here is the Rooster. Like, you will literally get to team up with the iconic villains like Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and Venom to fight a bigger global threat. So it's casual, it's charming, and it runs flawlessly on Android through PPSSPP.
The black suit! What am I doing in the black suit? I hate this thing!
Stay calm, young.
Alright, at number 6 we're stepping into the multiverse with Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Okay, long before the Spider-Verse movie blew our minds, this Wii game gave us 4 different Spider-Man like Amazing, Ultimate, 2099 and newer. Each universe has its own distinct art style and gameplay mechanics. It will go from stealth takedowns in the black and white newer universe to chaotic, fast-paced brawls in the futuristic 2099 timeline. Well, emulating the Wii version on Dolphin works beautifully on modern Android devices now, and it is an absolute must-play. Breaking into the top 5, we have Gameloft's native Android port of the amazing Spider-Man. Okay, since this game was delisted from the Play Store years ago, it will have to hunt down the APK from a third-party website. But trust me, it is worth the effort. Okay, for a mobile game from that era, having a fully explorable 3D Manhattan was mind-blowing. The combat borrows heavily from the Batman Arkham games, so countering, dodging, and web striking feels incredibly fluid. Well, it's a true mobile classic. Alright, at number 4 is another delisted game, Spider-Man Total Mayhem. Okay, do not let the older graphics fool you. This is easily one of the most purely entertaining Spider-Man games ever made for mobile. It leans heavily into the ultimate comic book aesthetic with vibrant colors and fast arcade-style action. The combos are insane. The boss fights against the classic rogues gallery are epic, and the whole game just oozes comic book charm. Well, finding the APK for this one is literally like finding buried treasure. Anyway folks, now it is time to smash that subscribe button and discover amazing games. Taking the bronze medal at number 3 is Spider-Man Web of Shadows, emulated via Dolphin. Okay, this game has a massive cult following, and for a good reason. New York is being taken over by symbiotes, and you can seamlessly switch between the agile red and blue suit and the brutal, heavy-hitting black suit right in the middle of a combo. The aerial combat in this game has never been topped, letting you literally skateboard on enemies in mid-air. Okay, it requires a pretty beefy phone to run smoothly, but if your device can handle it, you are in for a treat. Also, there is a PS1 version of it which comes with side-scrolling action platformer style, so if you like that, you can give it a shot by using PPSSPP emulator. It's great too. Well, runner-up at number 2 is the legendary Ultimate Spider-Man. Emulating the GameCube version on Android is a dream come true. The cel-shaded comic book art style has aged flawlessly, making it look just as good today as it did back in the day. Not only do you get to swing around as Peter Parker, but you also get to play as Venom, like smashing cards, causing chaos, and literally absorbing people for health. It's a top-tier Spidey experience that plays incredibly well on mobile, especially if you have a Bluetooth controller. And finally, taking the number 1 spot is the amazing Spider-Man 2 for Android. Okay, Gameloft took everything good about the first game and dialed it up to 11. We are talking a massive, gorgeous open-world New York City, fluid physics-based web swinging, and an insane amount of unlockable suits that actually give you different abilities and stats. It is the closest we ever got to a console-quality open-world Spider-Man game running natively on Android. Like the other mobile classics, you will need to find the APK online. But once you boot it up, you will see exactly why it sits on the throne. And there you have it guys, the top 10 best Spider-Man games you can play on your Android device right now. Which of these is your absolute favorite? Are there any hidden Spidey gems I completely missed? Let me know down in the comments below. Now if you enjoyed the video and found some new games to play, be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for watching, keep slinging those waves, and I will catch you guys in the next one.